Okay, guys, we are back. We are bad. Yeah, look at all that stuff. So, as I said, today we are going to be doing some really cool stuff. All right. So there's a couple of things that I want to put out there. All right, just for folks that have, just for folks that have seen some of the stuff that we're trying to do, some of the stuff that we're doing. Yesterday we talked a lot about combat. Okay, now I am a fan of combat, but a lot of players avoid combat primarily because they don't quite understand how sturdy they are. And honestly, the biggest reason I see people avoid combat more than any other reason, okay, is that they spent a long time making their characters and they don't want to take any risks. And believe me, I understand that. Now, yesterday, I talked a whole lot about people making videos all over the place about how to optimize your character for combat. And let's face it, not everyone likes to play the game that way. I don't care what role-playing game you're playing, not everybody digs that particular play style, and it's understandable, okay? Sometimes that particular play style can just be a thing, all right? It can be like, I don't really want to do that play style because I like to role play and not just combat. So I've set up a little bit of a thing today, and the thing that I have really put together is a couple of different combat scenarios that come down from how can a bunch of support classes actually get the job done. And we're going to do this in one of two ways, okay? We're going to do this when there is a fighter to support them, and we're going to do this in a way where there isn't. And when I say there isn't, I mean there is not. There are no combat classes, all right? So we're going to be running through these scenarios as soon as I find that card. If I seem a little unprepared, guys, please forgive me. If you guys are still watching, I run a game on the channel Wednesdays from 6:30 to 8 o'clock because I schedule good. And so that being the case, yeah, I ran the game and now I'm here for this. And I should have had everything set from the beginning, but I did not. So I'm grabbing all of the stuff that I need to do to run the thing as it stands right now. But yeah, so let's go over a little something, just a little something. All right, just a little bit of something, that we end up seeing quite often, within the realm of a good amount of games. Okay, and what is that, you ask? Well, a lot of times in games, hang on, let me okay, yeah, that's what I want. Boom. All right, now we're just gonna take this and shrink it down just a little, and boom, there. And yeah, so what do I mean by stuff that we see in games? Well, a good amount of time, we come up with scenarios and ideas, but a lot of the times our ideas are not, I repeat, not optimized for combat. And a lot of folks have this idea that that is a bad thing, right? But the fact is, it's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? When we try and optimize our character for a specific thing, we tend to pigeonhole it in ways that make it good for that one thing alone, and nothing else under any other circumstance. Wondering, I'm just setting up, I'm setting up the camera, so, yes, stop moving, okay, there we go, good, yeah, look at that, all right, that's in there, cool. Okay, that is what I'm talking about, right there. Now, got all that in, now, cool. Now we can see everything. All right. So, as I was saying, so what we got here is we're setting up a battle scenario, but I want to take a look at something that I notice in a lot of games, if you will, and this is something that comes up because, as I said yesterday, all right, yesterday I literally talked about character concepts and character concepts in D&D, or whatever you are trying to play, okay? Doesn't matter what kind of games. I just, doesn't matter if you're playing Call of Cthulhu or Nominee or anything else, we're talking about a character that isn't based on attack alone. And this is really important, okay? And when I say really important, I mean that, guys. I really mean, like I said, you get to a lot of D&D channels and all that jazz, and you get people that are all about optimizing characters for combat, right? Okay, so they're optimized for combat. That's good to know. That's really good to know. They're good at combat. Yay, hooray for them. Okay. But when everything comes down, I have a lot of players in my games that like playing things like the charismatic bard. They also like characters that literally are not, and I mean this, are not, what's the term? They're not the standard character, They really aren't. So what we're going to do is we are going to go at this. We are literally going to go at this from randomized character builds. Okay, just totally randomized character builds with of course the rules. All right, so what are we going to do with this? So class, let me show you guys how I'm doing this here. Okay, boop. Yeah, let's take a look. Now I'm here at terracube.com and I'm doing a character generator. So what do we got? Well, I'm gonna do a sorcerer, a dragonborn sorcerer, random background, and what else? Where's my level? I want a relatively low level character, so let's see here. Name, yeah, gender, randomly generate. Okay, and okay. Class sorcerer, background random, and then yeah, alignment lawful good. Tinker, yeah. Now here's the next character. Hey, this guy is cool. All right, so let's generate the character. Is that him? All right, now we're gonna, oh no, we're not gonna randomize the card. What do we want? We want to download this thing. Draconic bloodline, neutral good. Oh wow, it just generated 3 or 4 different things, and this one doesn't let me download. Now, if you notice, I'm only there we go, fast character generator. That's the one I normally use. All right, so class. All right, so we are gonna go for we'll do the sorcerer again. PHB, sorcerer, draconic bloodline. Gender, don't care. I want to make sure that the levels are there. Okay, because I want to create like a level 3 character. All right, and that's big. So where is that level button? Level button. Background. Ah, there we go. Level 3. Alignment. I'm gonna go lawful good because I like lawful good characters. And create the character. No. Push the wrong button. All right, yeah, create the character. There we go. There is that. Kundamir, level 3, draconic guy. And we'll come back to that in just a sec. Where is the button that lets me download this thing? So I want to download this and I want to keep it for you guys. I was going to go to this page and print it out earlier. This is what I'm going to do. Yeah. So we're going to go back, hit up our history, and do it again. Recently closed. There we go. And now we're just gonna go here and copy, and we need 3 characters. So that's what we're gonna do. Paste. Go on there. All right, so next one, I'm gonna make a ranger. All right, so we're just gonna make, let's call it a human ranger. You know what? We'll go human variant build. Okay, human variant option. Level 3, of course. Okay, now we're talking 3rd level characters, and let's make this guy. Where's my alignment? I want to do some sort of alignment here. Yeah, nope. Feet, nope. Forget all that. Now you might be asking, why is it? Okay, seriously, why is it that I am doing random creation? And it's to prove a point, guys. I'm seriously there to prove a point. Yeah, class. Ah, there we go. Class. Boom. And we're gonna make him a ranger. PHB. Yeah, we'll make him hunter. Yeah, we'll make him a hunter. Hunter ranger. All right. Where's his alignment? Whatever. Click to create the character. Boom. Zagor. And let's see. Oh, yeah. And we'll make a druid. We'll make that one a woman. Yeah, we'll make that a woman. Level 3. Class. Druid. We'll make them... Nope. Circle of the Coastal. Nah, still. Forest. Mountain. Swamp. No, not Underdark. We're not doing an Underdark Druid. Okay, Circle of the Moon. Mountain. Alright, yeah. We'll do Circle of the Forest. Why not? Yeah. Alignment. Lawful good. Why not? And yeah. So, let's generate this character and see what we get. Boom. Alright, so now we have all of that stuff. And I bet you're wondering, hey, why are you here? There we go. I'm up there in the corner. There you are. So, let's see. We've got 24 hit points. Strength 3. What is the rest of her stuff here? Let's make that a little bigger over here. There we go. So, features and traits. 25 years old. Yep. All right. Dark vision. Natural armor, so that's +1 to AC. A bite attack. Who am I looking at? Oh, a human lycanthrope. That a were-tiger. Of course, I have a were-tiger. Yeah, that's of course I have a were-tiger. Yeah, they have ritual casting, wild shape, max CR 1/4, no flying, no swimming. Let's see, natural recovery. Spell attack modifier +5, spell save DC +3, guidance shillelagh, fairy fire, charm person, animal friendship, bark skin, spider climb, lesser restoration, and beast sense. That's some good stuff. All right. So, in case you're wondering, and I'm gonna head back over here now, because I also want to check. I also want to check on the YouTube channel as well. Make sure that stuff is going good. All right. Yep. Let's open that. Okay. Everything is going good over there. This is good. So yeah, that's what we got. So we have our ranger, our sorcerer, and our druid. Now let's take another close look at what each of them can do. So our druid, they've got a couple of spells. They've got wild shape. They've got natural armor, a bite attack, a claw attack, which is nice. Win in tiger or hybrid form, and that's pretty cool. Now I'm gonna check the old PHB to make sure that wild shape is a bonus action. Okay. So, let's take a look here. Oh, wait, past it. Okay. Yeah, I almost made a monk for just this reason. There we go. So, wild shape. Okay, it takes an action. Thank you. That's what I needed to know. The one action to turn into a thing like a were-tiger. So that's what we got, right? Now, what I want to show you guys, okay, is yeah, they got coins and gems and all that stuff, but this area right here, this is over. Oh, not all that, but this stuff. Okay, this is the stuff that we need to know. All right. That's really big. All right, really, really big. Okay, so yeah, there we go. The Were Tiger traits and all that stuff. And of course, yeah. All right, so weapons: club, dagger, dart, javelin, mace, quarterstaff, scimitar, sickle. So yeah, so we've got when they're in their tiger form. Okay. Monster Manual, page 207. All right, and when they're in their tiger or hybrid form, we need all that. Their attack modifier for spell attacks is +5. Their spell save DC is 3. Am I missing anything else? No. Good. I'm glad. So yeah, bark skin, spider climb, lesser restoration. I'm sure you're noticing that here, the closest thing they have to a magical attack is Shillelagh. All right, and that right there is super important to understand. All right, now we're gonna look up Shillelagh real quick, just to make sure that I'm not doing any tomfoolery. All right, Shillelagh is wood. The wood of a club or quarterstaff you're holding is imbued with nature's power. You can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls. Yeah. Of the melee using that weapon, and the weapon's damage die becomes D8. The weapon also becomes magical if it isn't already, and my druid is carrying a spear. Okay? Because why not, right? They're carrying a spear. That's what they got. So, and a spear does 1d6. So if my druid casts Shillelagh, which is a cantrip, then their spear goes from a d6 piercing to a d8. Isn't that fun? And it's magical. So let's take a look at the ranger. What do they got? Well, they've got all the skills. They have short sword, basic attack, longbow. Let's see. What do they have feats? Dual wielding. Isn't that fun? And they gain +1 defense to AC. What else do they got? Yep. Ranger class feature, favored enemy. Natural Explorer, Primeval Awareness, Hunter's Prey for the Giant Killer. And what cantrips known? No Ranger cantrips, and they have Fog Cloud and Cure Wounds. Alright? So, all of that is doable. And now let's check out the Sorcerer. Kun Doom Eater. You know what? I'm not going to keep him with the name Kun. I got reasons. So let's just call him Doom Eater. Okay? That's what he's going. He's just Doom Eater. That's his name. So he doesn't have a whole bunch, and his weapons are not great. But he's a sorcerer. So he's got, and he's also a draconic one. So he's got Chill Touch as a cantrip. Okay, and that's just a magical feat. Coins and gems, spellcasting, he's got that. Metamagic, careful spell, that's big. And distance spell, he doubles the range of his spells. Font of Magic, flexible casting. He gets goblin traits because why not? Fury of the Small, so he's already a small dude. And his prepared spells are Magic Missile, Mage Armor, Invisibility, and Crown of Madness. Alright? So we got some stuff going. And of course, his spell points at level 3, I believe, are 4. Let me double check to see if they're here. Spellcasting, PHB, Metamagic, yep. Alright, let's just double check that second page to make sure that we know. So we're going through all this so that you guys know exactly what I'm working with. Alright? So where are his spell points? He's got Draconic Resistance, which is awesome because that gives him a 15 armor. Yep. Font of Magic, 3 sorcery points, okay? He's got 3 sorcery points for the day, and that's huge. Now, I want to double check to see what Crown of Madness does. All right, so we're just gonna look that up real quick. Like I said, you guys saw me create these characters. So, Crown of Madness, according to the Player's Handbook, page 229? Yes, one humanoid of your choice that you can see must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged thorns appears on his head and madness glows in his eyes. The charmed target must use this action before moving on each of their turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. On your subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control. So the guy's mind control, all right? It's mind control. He can use his action for mind control. All right? So, and again, for distant spell, you know, right here, it's 1 sorcery point to double the spell. All right? So, all that is pretty good. All right. So, Chill Touch, friends, True Strike, we don't talk about True Strike, Minor Illusion, and all that stuff. So, let us take a look at what we are going to be doing here, because this is fun, charming, and a little bit crazy. All right, so let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. No, can't make that a little bit bigger. So what we're gonna do here, so what we're gonna do here, we'll make that a little bit bigger. Nope. Just a little. Just so that we can see stuff. There we go. All right. So let us head on over to the hobby hall so we can show some really cool stuff. Here we go. So here we have our 3 dudes. Hey, 3 dudes, what's going on? Yeah. And over here we've got Lizard Man. Oh, Lizard Man. Yeah, let's take a look at the Lizard Man. Focus. Yeah, that's right. So we got Lizard Man over here. Okay. And according to, you know, so we're just going to put their stats right up here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, give me the wiki dot. Wiki dot, wiki dot. There we go. Now I want the stat card. Just give me the stat card. Okay, yeah, that's really all I want. Just give me the Roll20 compendium. Thank you. So yeah. Alright, so we got our lizard folk here. Alright, and with our lizard folk, alright, let's take a look. Strength 15, 22 hit points each, natural armor at 15, multi-attack, heavy club, javelins, they can do all that stuff. Now, here's the thing. They have multi-attack. They make 2 melee attack, each one with a different weapon. So we've got bite and heavy club, or we can hit with the javelin, or hit with the shield, okay? So they got a lot of stuff, all right? But in order for that, they got to get in. Now, we go back here. Now, Dungeons and Dragons is an interesting game because if we take a look down here, okay, we got our lizard folk coming on back. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, come on back. We're lizard folk. Look at our lizardness. Lizardness of the folk. All right. So what we got over here, don't get behind me, I'm not in this. All right, so we have our druid, our ranger, and our sorcerer. They are dragons. So what are we gonna do with that? Well, what we need to do on this particular thingy Oh, wait. Sorry, wrong one. Okay, there we go. Nope. Boom. All right, there we go. And pop. Yep, making sure I don't have that out already. And so when we get to all of that jazz, what do we do to make sure that stuff stays where it needs to stay? Well, there we go. All right. So let's take a look at this thing. All of these guys have all that stuff: heavy club, javelin, spike shield, you know, and of course they bite and they have multi-attack. All right. What am I gonna do? I'm using an incorrect board. Let me get a thing really quick. Where is a thing? I got my thing. Where's my thing? Ah, here's a thing. There we go. Yeah, it don't gotta be that complicated, y'all. It's a bridge. Look at that. All right. So we've got our dudes on a bridge. Isn't that fun? All right. So of course, what we've got over here when we're dealing with the bridge is our dudes get into combat. They don't like it, but it's there. All right. So what we got is right up there. Hang on, let me make this a tad bit bigger for you guys. Okay. So we've got our druid gets an 18. Our ranger a 13. Okay. Our sorcerer a 5. And now our lizard folk a 1. A 17. And a 16. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's interesting. All right. So what are we gonna do? Well, my Amazon over here. Okay, I got my little Amazon. I got my my druid over here. Is this her? Yeah, that's her. Let's take a look at what she's got. The first thing she does is she's going to cast Shillelagh on her thing. That's her action. So she's like, Shillelagh! Yay! All right. Now it says quarterstaff, but I'm the GM, and a quarterstaff is essentially a long piece of wood. A spear is a long piece of wood with a stabby bit. All right. So I'd let Shillelagh cover that. Okay. That's the whole thing. So she's got Shillelagh. And what else does she have? What other weapons and stuff? Well, she's got a dart, a scimitar, a sickle, and a sling. Okay. Now a sling is a dexterity weapon. Now I want to take a look at the board here. Now here, this is about 10 inches. All right. So that's 10 squares. All right. So we're looking at 50 feet. And a sling has a thing of 30 feet, but she can move, right? But that's okay. She's just going to cast Shillelagh, and then she's going to move on. Now this guy, okay, that guy right here, he's going to be like, what? What is that? No. So let's see. At 30 to 120 feet, if it hits, yeah, he gets a +4 to hit, and it's a D6 +2, right? So we're just going to put that up there and check her armor class on her, and her armor class is 14. So he needs a 14, and he will do 1d6 +2. So let's see if it hits. 12 +4. Yes, it hits, and she takes 6 points of damage. Okay. Ow. All right. She takes 6 points of damage. That's it. That's what she's got. And that sucks. Okay. That really, really sucks. So All right. Well, hey, that's what happens. So we've got her, we've got him. Now we go to our ranger. All right. So what can our ranger do? Our ranger, okay, Zagror. Let me check out his weapons. Yeah. Now he's got the dual wielder feat, but the first thing that he's gonna do, since he's got 3 level 1 spell slots, is he is going to cast Cure Wounds on her because he can, and she just took 6 points of damage. Now, if I recall, Cure Wounds does a d6, maybe? I'm not quite sure. So let's look this up real quick. Okay, yeah, Cure Wounds, Cure Wounds. So, went too far. Crown. There we go. It's 1d8. Okay, so he heals her for 1d8 with his action. Hey, don't worry. I gotcha. All right, so let's head back over here. And we'll roll the d8. And 6. She's back up to normal. All right, but this guy, well, the javelin only has 30 feet, so he's going to move and throw his javelin at the ranger, because he just saw that ranger, man, that ranger just totally did some healing. So what are we going to do here? That ranger, ooh, man, that sucks. So that ranger takes 4 d6 plus 2. So the ranger takes 6 points of damage. Ow. All right. But now it's the sorcerer's turn. But if you notice, our support characters have been busy supporting, and that in and of itself is a really big thing. Okay. So what this guy is going to do is, as an advanced action, he is going, well, actually, yeah, no, creature within 120 feet. Yeah, no, that works. That works. So, let me check out his other spells. Yeah, he's going to cast Mage Armor on himself so that he gets a buff to his armor. If I recall, that gives a lot. Okay, so let's take a look. Mage Armor. Now, why are they doing all these prep things? Because they are yeah, 13 plus his dex modifier. Oh, so it's 15. Why does he have that? Why does he have that? Yeah, Mage Armor gives magical protection, and the protective magical force surrounds it. You know what? I'm going to swap out his Mage Armor for something else because he's got the Draconic thing. All right? So let's see. Sorcerer. Not Warlock, Sorcerer. He's going to grab Thunder Wave. All right? Now, Thunder Wave is actually not a bad spell at all. And I'm only doing this because with his Draconic heritage, Mage Armor and his natural armor are exactly the same. So it's like, why would we take that spell if I were making him? But Thunder Wave, there we go. A 15-foot cube, a wave of thunderous force sweeps from you, and each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a 2d8 thunder damage roll. Well, 15 feet, that's only 3 inches, so he's not very close, and he is not going to do a whole lot. So yeah, he's like, get away from me kind of thing. So, as far as his cantrips go, he's going to do Chill Touch, because why not? All right. So his Chill Touch, Spell casting, let's see. To target creatures. So, +4 to a spell attack. And how much does Chill Touch do? It does 1d8 necrotic damage. Hooray! So let's see if this guy hits. Now, so ooh, yep, he misses. So, pew! No! Alright. And now this guy, he comes forward. Yeah, they can move about 6 inches, 30 feet around. Yeah, that's their speed. Let me check their speed. Their speed is 30. Good. And they can swim 30 feet. Yeah, so about 6 inches. And that's about all they can do. Isn't that fun? Nope. 30 to 120 inches. All right. So that's 12 squares. That's a foot. Or sorry, 120 feet. Yeah. So he's going to give his javelin a throw, and we will see how that goes. Now, he is going to throw it, of course, at the ranger, because they all saw the ranger heal. And he misses. Sorry, guys. I mean, like, yeah, that's it. He missed, you know? And that literally is it. So now these guys are like, hey, guess what? I missed. This kind of sucks. If you're wondering, by the way, I use the Google Dice Roller when I'm on the chat. All right, when I'm doing stuff live, so that you guys can see everything we do. But now that was it. So let's go back to the top of the round and see what happens. Well, my druid lady, okay, she gets her thing. And what she got? Well, now that we know that she's the Circle of the Forest, yeah, now that she's got that, she casts Shillelagh. Cool. Now she's going to cast Barkskin. All right? And Barkskin is more armor. All right? Now, if you've noticed, she spent 2 rounds buffing herself and not a whole lot in combat. And why? Because she's a support class. All right? But now, she's got 1d8 magical damage on her weapon. And Barkskin, if I recall, target's AC cannot be less than 16. All right? Now, transmutation, it's a concentration spell for up to an hour. But, her armor class now becomes a 16. All right, that is very important. So she gets a +2 to her armor class, which is good because now this guy moves up his 6 inches and throws his javelin. And it misses. Okay, he gets a +4, so that's a 12, and he does no damage. All right, but now it's the ranger's turn. All right, but you see how they spent time buffing each other up, right? And this is really important because because now it's time to get to it. So what is his whole thing? So he is going to use his longbow, right? And with his longbow, now that he's got all of that stuff up, he is going to shoot his guy in the face. He gets a +5. Oof. Ow. Okay. Never mind. And now his guy is going to do another 6 inches because he's trying to close the distance and throw his javelin. So we'll see what that does. 7. Oof, another miss. All right. So as you guys are seeing, there's a whole lot of whiffing on this. Okay. A whole lot of whiffing going on. And why is that? Well, this is really big. Okay. This is really big. Because now that we've got that, okay, our wizard is going to do, or our sorcerer is going to do something really neat. He's going to move in close to these guys. Now, let me double check a thing, because I've now come up with a plan, and the plan is something involving magic. Okay, so that's a ring. Okay, yeah. He's just going to move over here. And what spell is he going to cast? He's going to cast Magic Missile on this guy. And Magic Missile, using 1 spell slot. Okay, because he's got, 4 slots of that. And yeah, so boom, boom, boom. Magic Missile. Okay. And that does 3d4 damage to a target. So we're looking at 4, 2, and 1. So that's 7 points to this guy, because there's no resistance. It happens. All right. That's just what it does. All right. I'm just gonna double check to see if yep. Okay. Cool. Yep. So, and now we've got our last guy moving up 6 inches, and he is going to throw a javelin at the ranger, because they just cannot stand the dude that heals people. It's like, nah, son, we're not gonna deal with that. Oops, wrong one. That's a 12. And he hits a solid hit for 5 points. Ow. All right. Yeah, ow. So that is kind of a painful thing. And that's the end of the round. All right. So what else do we got? Well, now that we're at the top of the round, we've got our druid that's over there, right? Now, she doesn't have any ranged stuff except for a dagger, and she ain't throwing her dagger. So what do we have? We have okay, melee weapon attack. Shillelagh club. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So that's a weapon attack. All right. So what she's gonna do is she is gonna get in there, and it's time for her to bring some pain. So she is gonna move up her 30 feet and shillelagh the third guy. You can die now. Okay, so she gets a +5 to her attack, and the shillelagh does a d8 +3. All right, so let's see what this does. That would be a no, but that's okay. All right, because the first guy comes in, and oh no, comes in, and flanks her. Oof, he does everything at advantage now. No, not advantage. And of course, since he does have advantage, all right, now it's multi-attack time. So first thing he's going to do is he's going to bite her. He's going to bite her. And let me double check to see what the attack. Yeah. Wait, let me double check the other thing just to see what their attack is. It's a +4. That's right. It's a +4. So +4. But since she cast Bark Skin, he's got a hit on a 16. So let's take a look. A natural 20. Okay. So this is really gonna suck. All right. This is really gonna suck because it's 1d6 +2. So we'll call that 2d6. Yeah, we'll call that 2d6 +4. Oh! And she takes 6 damage. And now his second attack, also because he has multi-attack. All right, his second attack is going to be, and his second attack misses her entirely. All right, so what is she down to? She is down to, oh yeah, great, a fantastic 18 hit points. All right, but now she's in the thick of it. But guess what? It's now the Ranger's turn. All right, and this is where the dude comes out and shines. All right, so the first thing that he's going to do is run up and even the odds. Now that guy is already attacked on this turn, or whoa, let me just yeah. So whoa, hang on, dice roller. Okay, so this guy has already attacked. All right, so he is gonna go in with him on both of his short swords. All right, because he's got two short swords, since he has dual wielder and he's wearing armor. All right, so he's gonna do his dual wield thing. We'll just roll both of them because there's no advantage, and his attack and his additional attack is what? Let's see. He gets to his sword, his short sword, plus 5. So that's 18 and 13. He hits with one and misses with the other, but it's a d6 plus 3 piercing. Ah, so he does 7 points to this guy. Ow! All right. So now this guy is going to try and hit him back. All right, but there's no advantage. So he's going to do a multi-attack. So the first one is the bite. The bite attack, and he 12, since he has armor 16. Because again, so 16, and the damage would be 1d. So let's see, 16. That barely hits him. For 7 points of damage. That hurts. All right, and his second attack is going to be the club. And that attack again needs to hit a 16. And yeah, that really hurt. 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning, so that's 2d6 plus 4. What do we got? 2d6, and that's 10. So our ranger friend is not having a good day, okay, because now he is down 7, so he lost 17 hit points. He's down to 11. All right, but guess whose turn it is now? It is now the wizard, or the sorcerer. So he runs in, and this is where the support class comes in. He is gonna hold his action. Okay, he's gonna prep his action. So he's just gonna hold it. And why is he gonna do this? Well, our guy over here comes in, and he does his best to hit the ranger, but since the sorcerer decided to hold his action, he can now react to the lizard's attack with Thunder Wave. All right, so now we've got everybody piled up exactly how the sorcerer planned on it, and now he's hitting Thunder Wave, which is he's hitting Thunder Wave, and his spell attack is a plus 4. Now, before he does that, okay, he is going to spend 1 sorcery point to make his Thunder Wave a careful spell. And what that does is it spares 2 people per sorcery point spent. Okay, so what is that going to be? Well, he's going to spare his 2 friends right here. That's right. So now he's going to do Thunder Wave, and here we go. 7 plus 4 is 11. For real? Well, let's double check on Thunder Wave to see if it's an attack spell or okay. These guys got to make a Constitution saving throw, and their Constitution is at a plus 1. So let's go to 3, and they have to beat his spell save DC, which is a 12. Yes, no, no. All right, so the first guy saves, and what happens? On a successful take, he takes 1d8 thunder damage. Okay. So he takes 4, and he's not pushed, but the other ones take 2 and are pushed back 10 feet. So the first guy, first guy takes 9 and is pushed back that far. And the second guy takes 10 and is pushed back into the water. Okay, but they can swim, so we'll see how that goes. Now it's the swimming guy's turn. Now he is going to swim 30 feet and come on back, and now he's going to hit that sorcerer, but that sorcerer has mage armor. All right, and this is important because with the bite attack, all right, yep, he's successfully bitten, and the wizard takes, or the sorcerer takes 6 points of damage and has to make a concentration saving throw to keep the mage armor up. And he nails it. He nails it. Let's see. His wisdom save, he had 13. He's good. All right. And now the second thing is with the club. It's a +4, 19. These guys are just on fire. On fire. All right. That's 7 from the sorcerer, and the sorcerer has to make another concentration save, and he nails it. All right. So ow, 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 ow. All right. So doop-a-doop-a-doo. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Now, so he's got 2 level 1 spell slots. He spent 1. All right. So what he's gonna do? All right. So now it's the top of the round again. All right. Now, what the druid is gonna do? What spells did they do? Aha. Yeah, these aren't great spells, but that's okay. So what this thing is going to do, since I have a 1/4 thing, is she is going to take her action, all right, and she's going to go were tiger, all right, or hybrid rather. She's going to take her hybrid form. Rawr! And now she can't hold up any spells, but that's okay. Let's see. Actions. So what she's gonna do here is she is gonna pounce on this guy over here. So she's gonna be like, rawr, pounce. All right. And what he needs to do, and this is big, he needs to make a strength 13 saving throw. So let's see if he swings that. He does not. So he is now knocked prone and subject to bite as a bonus action. And this is huge, guys. This is really, really huge, because now what she's going to do is, first thing she's going to do is the claw attack, right? Now that's a +5 and it does a d8 +3. So it missed, but as a bonus action, she's gonna bite, which is also a +5. Wow, her rolls are sucking, but he is not prone. All right, so he good. Now the second guy is going to bite the sorcerer, and yeah, so this combat is not gonna go well. All right, so let's take a quick look over at the YouTube channel. Okay, and take a quick look at, all right, cool. So yeah, so this guy is gonna go rawr on the sorcerer, okay? Now again, I made these characters at random, okay? And there are other ways and other things that we can use. Oh my god, it missed. Arr! All right, now he's gonna do his club at advantage because of all that. And he hits, and his club does 1d6 plus 3. So the sorcerer takes, 1d6 plus 2, so the sorcerer takes another 6 hit points. Okay, but guess what? It's the ranger's turn now. And so the ranger, is gonna do his multi-attack. So, now we're back, and we're doing the whole thing. But, yeah, let's take a look at this ranger. Because, you know, he's got his left hand and his right hand. And his armor is +1 because he's defensive. And yeah, let me check something really quickly. All right, because right now our guys are losing, right? But does that mean they die? Well, let me double check one major thing. And again, I've got some of the worst character classes in the PHB. So, Okay. All right. So the first thing, so he's going to do something with his action to save the wizard, or save the sorcerer, and that is pop fog cloud. Whoa. This is obscuring visually, which means it puts disadvantage at close attacks. All right, or at any attacks that are in it. Let me read it out loud. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. You create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. The sphere spreads around corners, and its areas is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles per hour, disperses it. So he's now blinded everyone within 4 inches of him, which includes the sorcery guys and himself. Okay, that takes away any advantage that these guys might have. Actually, since we're talking an equal thing, that actually puts these guys at a disadvantage. So let's boom, boom, boom. So disadvantage, this guy does the hit on the wizard and fails miserably. All right. So now, guess what? It's the wizard's turn. So what he's gonna do, or the sorcerer's turn. I'm so used to playing wizards. Now this sorcerer, now that he did manage to keep his mage armor up, which is very cool, he is going to cast Minor Illusion. Yeah, he's going to cast Minor Illusion. Wait a second. Let me double check because I want to make absolutely sure. No, he's not going to cast Minor Illusion. He's going to turn in 1 first level spell slot for another sorcery point. And that's all he's going to do. And now the last guy tries to take a swing at her. But here's the thing. She is obscured by fog. So he has to reach out for her at disadvantage, and let's see if it works. It does not. He only has a +4 to hit. That's it. +4. Yeah, +4 to hit. Which means he misses. Okay. And again, this is just support stuff. So now we know that this stuff is we know that this stuff is possible. So what we're gonna do now, since it's the top of the round, is our druid is gonna do something tricky. And I'm sure you noticed we've got the whole wild shape thing, and she's got that guy pounced and pinned. So she is going to make an attack against the dude at advantage, and she hits hard. Is this her? Yep, that is her. And let's see, how much does it do? All right, claw attack 1d8 plus 3. Isn't that fun? Uh-huh. Yep. Swing. And yeah. Let's see, 1d8 plus 3. So that's 8 hit points on that guy. And now she's gonna bite him for 1d10 if she hits. Why, that's a natural 20. Isn't that fun? Gotta love doing stuff at advantage. Which means, boom. Now let's roll that damage. 5, 6, and I know you're supposed to only take the 5, call it 10, and then double the thing. So yeah, 10. So he takes 16 points of damage. Oh my god, that almost kills him. But now this is big, because he's got to do a Constitution save of 12 or higher, or he becomes a were creature. And he makes it, but he ain't doing great. All right. And now, the first guy, still stuck in the fog cloud, tries to do a hit on the wizard. He's got to hit a 16 because of the mage armor, but he's rolling at disadvantage, so let's double check. Okay, he nails it. All right, and that's 1d6 plus 3 for 7. Our wizard is not looking on good days. Now, let's see if he makes his concentration check. He does, so he still has the mage armor. And now, the dude, the other lizard tries to hit him with a club, and he misses. He misses horribly. All right, and now the ranger is going to disengage and attack that guy. So, the lizard gets an attack of opportunity for 15. What's the ranger's thing? Because it's +1. Yep, misses. And the other guy also misses. So he runs over here to attack the dude. And now that they're flanking him, notice he left combat. All right. And so that's the guy that's pinned to the ground and almost dead. So he makes the roll, hits him at advantage, and his sword does how much? Oh yeah, that's right, 1d6 plus 3. Isn't that fun? And that takes this guy out. Ah, no, I am dead. All right. And now we're back over here, but it's now the wizard's turn. And now that he was able to do that, now that he was able to do that type of thing, the sorcerer goes, all right, I am just a little bit done with you guys. And I really mean that. I am just plain done. Just plain done with what you were doing. Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't have mage armor because it just turns it to 15. So what he's gonna do is he is going to spend a sorcery point for careful spells, and he is going to thunder wave again. Okay, so let's and these guys have to make a saving throw. I believe it's 13 or 12. Okay, yeah, 12 or 13. And of course his friends are his friends are safe. Yeah, it's a saving throw of it's a Constitution saving throw of 12 or higher. First guy. Nope. Second guy. Yep. So the first guy, and he's knocked 10 feet into the water. And the second guy isn't, but the first guy takes 2d8 damage. 9. And the second guy takes half damage. 2. All right, 4. And isn't pushed. So we've got one dead guy, one guy that's in the water, and one guy that's in fog. I can't see. So of course, he is doing his best to attack the sorcerer. And again, armor 15, and he fails. And his second attack with the club also fails because he's stuck in a fog of war. Now you see how the whole tide of the battle was turned around completely, all because the ranger dropped a fog of war, you know, doing obscuring and adding disadvantage and all that stuff. So these classes, we've got one guy down, okay, one guy that's hurt really bad, but now he's almost unhittable, and our two not quite combat classes are taking care of a bunch of stuff. All right, and these are just base ideas from randomly made characters that were brought to us by just the player's handbook. We're not talking Xanathar's guide, we're not talking Tasha's, we're not talking any of that. So that is what we've got. So that is where we're going to call today's episode, because we see how these guys can go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and they could possibly win this fight, especially with all the advantages and stuff that they give, as long as they play their stuff smart and don't try and go in and Leroy Jenkins the whole thing. Okay, tomorrow D.W. McCann will not be in because he's playing a gig in Burbank at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So join us tomorrow afternoon, honestly around 4 tomorrow, on the Darkcide of the Room, and we will go through a few builds of these support classes, specifically with Sorcerer, Druid, Ranger, Monk, and Bard, to see some of the combinations that we can look at to make sure that all of the people that play these support classes have a better idea of the stuff that they can do and how they can do these things in ways that makes it so, well, how can I put it? In ways that gives them something to do in combat and makes them feel useful. But in the meantime, I want to thank, I really want to thank, wow, so many. I want to thank my patrons. All right, my patrons: Laura Holden, Shaylee Watson, Jennifer Kroll, Noel Olheiler, Glenn Cowes, Christopher Chalmers, Joseph Hines, for all of your guys' support. It has been seriously big. If you guys want to help support the channel, head over to patreon.com/BID_P. It's in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, and become a patron for as little as $5 a month. It really helps us out. Also, we've got them merching. We've got the merch, y'all. Check it out. We got merch. Yeah, look at that. All right, I've got the page open to our notebooks and stuff, but let's be real. Let's be really real. Y'all like them t-shirts, right? And the t-shirts come in a plethora of different colors and all that stuff. I just wanted to show you guys some of those. We got them for kids, and of course, the baseball tees are actually pretty cool looking. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dig the styles. I'm working with somebody to get us turtlenecks, because y'all know how I am about the turtlenecks. But we'll see how all that stuff goes. And if you guys got any questions or anything like that, you guys can contact us over at backinthedeck@gmail.com. It's BACKINTHEDECK@gmail.com. You can also hit me up over on the social media that everybody has and no one likes, being Twitter and Instagram. You can also reach out on TikTok at BIDPY. And if you were still, if you're still someone who is on that website where memes go to die, known as Facebook, you can always join the group Deckers on the Book, and we talk about a lot of stuff. I want to thank the people that are here in the chat right now. You know, you guys are holding it down for me, and that means a lot. We're talking Clever Little Vixen, holding it down like gravity, Zero Supa, Alien Gathering, Asuka Mikasa, Thinking Around, Elizabeth, Miss Moves a Lot, Neon Arlecchino, Nina Tella, Nintendo Switch XL, and of course Sofa King Super. Thank you guys for joining us, and join us tomorrow. Like I said, we'll go through a couple of builds, and if anybody tells you guys that just because you come from somewhere different from them that you shouldn't be able to do this, you can just tell them to put any of those cards back in the deck. All right, this is Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, saying thank you guys for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow on the Dark Side of the Room.